know, God, do we have it going on this morning? Or do we having it rocking right, man? Is your blood pumping? Are you getting your eyes open? Did you wake up dancing on the sheets, just jumped up off that pillow, felt that vibe, and says, hell, I'm joining the tribe. I'm dancing down with Grandpa right now. Naked as the day I was born and happy about it too, baby. Dance, dance, dance. That's what we do. Yeah, that's how we get free on a free day Friday. We get up and start shaking our bacon right away. Then we get our coffee and go out and play. That's the Coyote way. I'm glad you're finally catching on, guys. I sure been waiting a long time for you to catch up now, haven't I? Just like Heinz Manufacturing. I'm just waiting for that catch-up, man. Oh, God, we're lame, we're tame. We gotta liven up here, man. Get the old heart in the brain and get rid of anything that might restrain the flow of love. We call the Coyote Medicine Show. Here's saluting you with an official Coyote Klub mug. This one's the Mary Jane Gateway to Paradise mug. I hope you got yours over there at thecoyoteclub.com. Coyotes with a K, clubs with a K. We're listener supported. Help us keep along the way here, babies. Whoo, we love you. And here we go with a whole lot more of this rock and roll medicine we call the Coyote Medicine Show. Keeping you in the flow, babies. Don't you just feel those big old amps just pumping out that bass beat? You know, nothing I like better than being down there what they call a mosh pit, you know, and just a rocking down before them great big gigantic speakers. I'm sure I reduced my hearing abilities by several decibels or levels by dancing in those decibels, man. Wow. Along with a whole bunch of hot chicks and guys, and geez, oh man, I tell you what, that's when your consciousness wakes up and flies. The unity of the tribal beat, the uniform movement of everybody on their feet and wiggling and rolling and rocking and strolling and, man, just doing the limbo too, man. Everything that's done is done there, right there with you, all in one big old magic flow, you know, reduced down to that tribal beat, that bass beat of life, man, from which everything arises. It's the organic, and it ain't the Titanic. It ain't going down. It's rising up, babies. Ooh, some people thought they might take it down. Well, shit. Got creepy people hanging around. We got to have our characters in our play of life, don't we now? I mean, otherwise, how would we ever have any entertainment? We'll be bored to death here, man. Go to sleep. Get lost, you know. Gotta have some entertainment, don't you know? Just like this Coyote Medicine Show. But that's another level of it out there, don't you know? 'Cause it's in here too, babies. See, what you see around you is what you be inside you, man, you know. And if you ain't liking it well, babies, maybe it's time to start loving it. So you can change the presence you're uncomfortable with, whatever that might be, man, you know. Maybe you need to change your underwear. Maybe you need a change of partnerships. Maybe you need to change of location. Maybe you need to be free inside of yourself finally. And stop being a subject member slave to everything and everyone around you, man. Maybe you can be in service in a loving way to people without, you know, reducing yourself to ashes and sackcloth to do it, man. You know, maybe humility is something about a willingness, an intention. This behind everything you be, do, say, think, feel, and act upon. How's that for a rock and roll? Yeah, baby, we got the medicine flow, don't we? Yes, indeedy. You're starting to find out coyotes ain't needy, man. They're thick and full of the love, don't you know? No matter how scrawny they might be, just like me, man. I'm a scrawny little coyote. I chased one too many jackrabbits, man. You know, there ain't hardly an ounce of fat on me. Well, maybe 3 ounces somewhere. I step on the scales these days and they laugh at me, man. Like I'm not even there. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm just thin air. Maybe I'm an image you created, you know, in the image of yourself, kind of, in a comical coyote sort of way. So you'd have a little reminder here, right here on this very, Free Day Friday, as you free up your heart and allow yourself to understand and see and grow in the flow along with the Tribal Medicine Show. Yes, indeed, the Vibe Tribe does arrive here each and every day as we get this Coyote Medicine Show underway. And all of these hearts unite right here at 9,000 feet high in the Rocky Mountain sky, the spaceship love. with old Grandpa at the helm here in Studio 420, aided and abetted by the spirits and energies and persons of many angels and lots of animal spirits and ancestral energies and all the good shit that goes with it, man. We're one huge, large vibe tribe. It ain't just 1 or 2 or 3 or 10 or 12 or 15. Hell no. It goes on forever, don't you know? We are the Vibe Tribe uniting once again inside of our personal selves. In that personal sort of way that's so expansive, we feel everyone today and everything on the morrow, man. I got to work into it kind of slow because we've been so lost in our sorrow and our pain. And oh, poor, pitiful me, I got everything but ain't got shit. Oh, poor, pitiful me, I got nothing but ain't got shit. Oh, poor, pitiful me. The boys are back in town, man. The heart's coming up, and who gives a crap where we be found? Let's just get up and off our asses and go party and play. 'Cause it's the dawn of a new day. Each breath you take is the dawn of a new life, man. The beginning of all experience starts right there in your breath, in this moment, right now. And here's to that with the Mary Jane mug, man, once again. Kalink all the way around. Great love to the Vibe Tribe. Star Child Murph, babies, and Plexicola. He's not in Pensacola. He's up there in Romania. Yeah, man, way up there, pretty close to the North Pole, but way down south too, man. It's kind of a stretched out kingdom. It goes on 1 inch wide all the way from the top to the bottom of the earth, you know. Yeah, right. We know how to divide up the nations good and get people to fight each other, don't we, man? Shit, we obliterated the people with all these national borders and boundaries and all these freaking cultures. We are so evil. We are the Illuminati. We are so naughty in an illuminated sort of way. Ain't we just gracious, loving, hating life like crazy, man, and just making all these designs to contain and control it, biochip everybody? Hell yeah. The Illuminati. We're naughtier than any of the other boys on the block, man. We the baddest of the bad. And the baddest of the bad, man, all of a sudden one day there's a flip. You know, somebody grabbed hold of that mirror that they were living in and flipped it around a few times. You know, like being on the tilt-a-whirl for 25 years, man. I mean, it gets a little old after a while, man, you know. But babies, you come out of that amusement park all right. It was a hell of a ride, wasn't it, man? But look at you. You can still stand on your 2 feet. And you feel those little wings as you kind of chuckle inside with great delight, standing there in the sunlight, beginning to see. I mean, it's so damn bright. At first you can't even see. The fun house was darkened down a little bit. The images were kind of hazy. The places we were living in, the reflections of life that we hid out in, man, they were kind of like, oh, hazy, baby, you know. And so here we are. You know, we got this skin and this body and these bones and this feeling of being alive, you know, but we don't really feel it unless we're out partying with the tribe, man. Well, there's those quiet moments where you got the fullness of it too. But when it's shared, that's when it's beautiful. That's when it becomes really, 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 really creative, babies. Yeah, see, we're the artists, man, of life. Our life is a living work of art. Each and every one of us is one of the greatest actors, the grandest actors, and one of the greatest plays ever written in the heart of creation. You see, man, and we're damn good at it, man. Talk about Academy Awards. We own the Academy Awards, and we don't give them out no more because everybody's got them already. Each and every one of us got at least 15, maybe 20, you know. Best performance under severe durations. Best portrayal of the atomic dragon, etc., man. We did some really nice parts here, man. We played some really awesome roles. God, I mean, so dramatic. You know, the naughty Illuminati, of course. What great boogeymen. I mean, how much worse could it be than to put 2 or 3 men over all of humanity, you know, and these guys own everybody else and everybody else is their slave, and they're like, oh, just chuckling away. Let's knock off about 2/3 of them, make the rest of them real slaves for a change. We'll show them what freedom is. You know, oh God, they nasty little bastards, ain't they? And we got that nasty little bastard inside, too. We got to deal with that sucker, man. That thinks it knows more than everybody else. It's all smooth and smug and secure in itself and its nastiness. Is, ooh, I know how to keep everybody at bay, and I know how to have it my way. I'm clever, don't you say? You know, at least those kind of things go on inside. You got to honor them, man. You know, you want to see the outside world changing and rearranging and becoming a whole lot less than what we're describing here. Or maybe a whole lot more. Well, perhaps inside you deal with your own mischievousness, you know. And maybe then outside you'll see a change, man. Big time, baby. Because little tiny changes inside of yourself replicate themselves in creation right away in rather a magnified way, so that you're reminded that, hey, yeah, you're in the flow of creation, baby. This is you in motion. All that you see around you, that's your person in motion, man. Yeah. That's why it's so great to get together with your tribe and party your ass off. And that's why I try to keep putting it together every now and then, because I think, you know, out here dancing in the high-altitude wildernesses to some righteous rock and roll, that's just music for the heart and soul of humanity. Now, we got a friend that's working on getting a rather famous old rock star to show up here. You know, and we'll be rocking in the Rockies. Maybe one of these days we'll do that. In the meantime, we've got the Crest Fest coming up on the weekend of August 7, 8, and 9, you know, and on the 8th, I'm going to be there. Grandpa Coyote, the veritable Pope of Pot, Mary Jane's right-hand man. Yes, indeedy, man. We fulfill your needy, and we ain't greedy, you know. We don't make you pay too much for your dispensations like that other guy on the other side of the ocean. Well, we know where he's really hidden, don't we? Yeah, if you've been listening to Coyote Medicine Show, you got the inside scoop on that. But anywho, here I am, the veritable Pope of Pot, and as such, I have been invited to, you know, give an opening ceremony at the Crest Fest on August the 8th. That's a Saturday, man. It's either 5 a.m. or 10 a.m. or somewhere in between. Hell, I don't know. Just show up, man, and try to be somewhat awake, you know, even if you're sloppy drunk and been partying all night. That's the best time to get a little blast of coyote medicine, because then you're kind of vulnerable. You're kind of open, and you might just release some shit, you know, and let go of the Illuminati inside. You've been loving those old bastards, man, loving the hate of them, if nothing else, you know. Oh, how can they be so foul? How can they be so evil to their fellow human beings? Well, because in a way, in essence, they ain't human beings. They've been occupied by something that don't like human beings, you know, a conscious presence that works through human beings to destroy humanity. It's kind of empty and jealous, don't you see? At least that's the way it perceived itself for a long time. See, there's so many levels of this, you know, that, you know, the Illuminati is only the shadowy part you see on the surface. It's what's beneath the surface you gotta be paying attention to, just like inside yourself. Okay, you got your surface behavior, and you pretty much learned to manage that. You're a good little actor, actress, whatever you happen to be, man. Shake that thing. Right now. Each and every one of you. Shake that thing, man, right now. Just remember the tribal beat. It's still reverberating in your soul, because now you're messing with a sumbitch here, man. Indeed. The old cowboy coyote himself, the cosmic rock star of love that reminds you, that's what you are, babies. Come join me. Let's, you know, get some diamond-studded cowboy hats going on here, and, you know, and diamond-studded rocking belts around our skinny little waist and shit, you know. Let's show them what, you know, leather was made for, man, you know. Let's show them some rock in their roll. Let's show them some skin. Let's show them some blow. You know what I mean, the sacred magic dust, not that crap the CIA sells, man, but the sacred magic dust. Yes, indeed. The natural high in which we fly. You know, every drug you've ever taken, every trip you've ever been on has been a preparation for the greatest opening, the greatest trip there could ever be. And that's right at its beginning point right now. With this breath we take, there it is, right now, beginning again. Ooh, babies, it's also called the sunrise of the heart, and, shit. We just got it on here, don't we, babies? Singing a whole new song here in the morning sunshine. Yes, indeed, the Coyote Medicine Show with Grandpa Coyote, don't you know? Your morning wake-up call. Meant to get you in the glow, get you in the stroll. The sunrise in your heart. Life is a living work of art, and babies, there ain't no pain. There's only an antagonistic little isolated brain that needs to remember it's a creation of the heart. It needs to embrace its mother, the heart, the love. It needs to soften up. And that's why you've been taking all those drugs and trying to get yourself so damn high. Soften up, babies. Now you can fly. And you don't need no drug. All you gotta do is just open your heart and sing this song in the morning sunrise. You be alive forever, baby. Never have to worry about another thing. Watch and see, babies. Grandpa's magic. So are you. The whole danged reality around you is, too. You're starting to realize what's really going on, ain't you, John? Hey, and Jane? Ain't no pain. Oh, babies, you ain't gonna believe this. It's another exciting news break, a news flash, here on the Coyote News Net Rock. Hell, babies, we rock, they talk. They've been talking way in the hell too much lately, haven't they? And saying not a thing as the whole world's coming apart right before our very eyes. We're right on the brink of economic disaster such as you've never seen before on the face of the earth. The dollar is failing, the yen is rising, and the yang has gone to hell in a handbasket. Last time I saw her yanging, oh man, you don't want to even hear that report. It's more like an inquiry-like story, so we'll leave it to them to dig it up, man. So there's some dirt for you guys, Inquirer. Well, you want to pay me 50 grand? I might tell you. At least where to find it, eh? Hey, babies, nothing's getting in our way today on this beautiful and bright, Free Day Friday here on the Coyote Medicine Show with Grandpa Coyote, your host, and also your talking head here on the Coyote Net Rock News Net Rock, or however that is, man. Yeah, it's the Coyote News Net Rock, babies. We'll get it right one of these days, man. It's just, I just read it the way it's written, and sometimes it makes me look like a real bimbo, don't it? Yes, indeedy. Well, you ought to see what it makes you look. But shut up, Coyote. Good grief. Who wrote that? There's some mischievous angels about in this old reality, and it's getting real existential, don't you see? In other words, it's stretching out a bit too much. So, as the compassionate and caring and hot chick that she is, our sweet hot chick has returned from her divine duties in the way beyond her out there, helping them folks at the edge of the universe become new once again. And she says, don't be blue, kids, here on Earth. I know it looks tragic and terrible right now. It looks like the Alumin-Naughty are about to fall. But along with us, everybody else too, because the sons of bitches just won't let us get away with it, right? Well, listen, children, it ain't anything like that at all, says the hot chick, as I'm quoting here directly. Darlings, I see that you've been under plagues and diseases and illnesses and all kinds of, reaffirmations in hate and disgust and dispensing with untruthful things and living in the lies and hating yourself for it and shit like that. And it's time, that this human attitude began to improve just a slight little bit. So now I notice with great amusement, oh God, will you guys ever learn that the poor residents over there in the greater area of Crestonia, there in the Rocky Mountain High of Colorado, just happen to be under a plague of vicious, blood-sucking mosquitoes right now. Hordes and hordes and hordes of them, man, torment the souls that live there and remind them of their Atlantean days and their Atlantean ways and say, babies, don't you ever again live in the haze like that. And here's this mosquito to remind you, take a little bit of your blood, man, the same way you have out of reality, man. You gotta wise up, kids. You can't be messing with the essences of life unless you're in love with it. That's the only way it works, children. Shoot. Listen to the hot chick as she speaks in your heart, man. Don't be deserting the cause now in midstream here, babies. You'll just drown in the love anyway and become one with everyone just the same, man. There is no escape. Oh, my goodness. What have we here? There is a cosmic telephone call interrupting the Coyote News Network. Hang on just one moment. Darlings, we love them. And we love them for their noble efforts to keep us up and running. They really do a good job here. They're just under some real extreme difficulties. They got some conflicts with a new cellular tower that's been installed down there, again, right on top of a school. Talk about microwave poisoning for the children, you know. Fry their little minds right there just like you do the popcorn in the microwave. Pop, pop, pop. You don't want to do this to your children, so get the doggone microwave tower away from the schools, or the schools away from the microwave towers. I don't care how much money you got to spend. In the end, everyone's going to be happier and much brighter for it, so there. Oh, we're in a defiant little mood this morning, aren't we? Yeah, well, it's just time, baby. The heart has pulled the switcheroo, and the Illuminati don't know what to do. Now, like we told you, the inside scoop on, well, the papal presence and where it's hanging out there at that no-tell motel in that nowhere, Iowa. Yeah, just, oh, indeed, babies. Well, now the inside scoop is this plague of mosquitoes that's been tormenting, the poor residents of Crestonia, Colorado, and won't even allow us to hardly go outside without getting bit about 200 times. Man, I'm weeping great big bloody tears, man. I really am. It hurts so bad. Well, at least it ain't frogs, or lizards or something like that. Skeeters, I don't know. They're bad enough as it is. It's true. So here's what the hot chick says we should do, and this is the news flash that'll get the cash out of the Inquirer too. Okay. She says, if the mosquitoes will indeed behave themselves and become the little love bunnies that they are and stop sucking people's blood and just give so more can live, that she herself will make her presence known here in Crestonia, Colorado during the Crestone Music Festival here, probably on Saturday the 8th, about the same time that Grandpa and his friends take to the stage to do a little opening and awakening ceremony there for a very brief moment in time. Perhaps then, perhaps some other time soon, though, but it'll be during the Crestone Music Festival. Now she's the hot chick. She doesn't give it all away. There's always the mystique and the intrigue that goes with it. So you just got to be patient with yourself and let your imagination run wild, and you'll understand what she's saying. She's like that, don't you know? She doesn't mean to be a smartass, but she just can't help it. It's the way she's designed. She is smart, and she's beautiful, and she's got the golden hiney to boot, man. So why not? And she drives the hottest Mazda Miata in the universe, and she only hangs out in cool places like Lavanya over there, by the Mediterranean and the Alps, or, places like she might just come, and make a personal appearance here in Crestonia, Colorado. On stage, perhaps even. I don't know. I know there'll be staging for certain because it's the hot chick. But when she makes her presence known here, oh, darlings, all you got to do is get it clear. Learn the lesson of the plague of the mosquitoes, and there'll be divine revelation everywhere, don't you see? But you just got to be putting up with your own nonsense for a little while. Make the mosquito not your enemy. Make it into your pal. Turn them into little pixies, man. Yeah, little fairy beings that say, oh, we're just angelic presences that want to grant your every wish and make your every dream come true. Show me your heart, and this is what I'll do. See, that's what you need to do with these little tormentors of you. In the torment is the love of life. In the torment is the awakening. In the torment is the end of all pain, and the end of all torment, and the great escape. So says the hot chick. You got it here first on the Coyote News Network, only on the Hazy Radio Network, and the Coyote Medicine Show. Grandpa Coyote, your talking head, more alive than he is dead, and so are you now. Guess what? They never got away with it, and they never will, because you can't get away with tricking yourself. When you deceive humanity, you play a joke on yourself, and that's exactly what we're beginning to see here. So it's not the end of everything, it's the beginning of everything that we ever dreamed of possible. Babies, divine paradigm has arrived, and just on time.